Good Tuesday evening, Southeast Texas. As far as the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration forecast, they released it today as far as the Atlantic hurricane season for 2022. They're forecasting 14 to 21 named storms. That could be tropical storms and hurricanes. 6 to 10 hurricanes this season and 3 to 6 major hurricanes, Cat 3 or greater. In comparison to Colorado State University, they're forecasting 19 named storms, 9 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes. Last year we had 30 named storms, 14 hurricanes, and 6 major hurricanes. On average, we should see 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. Why the active forecast from NOAA this year and from Colorado State? Well, we've got several factors. We're going into another La Nina again. It's never really ended, and this will continue right on through the prime of hurricane season. So that means lower shear plus the water temperatures in the Caribbean and Atlantic are above average. And we have an active monsoonal flow off of Africa. So it looks like several factors coming together to produce another active hurricane season, hence the active forecast coming up from NOAA and Colorado State. So what does that mean? Well, we do not have the ability to forecast without anything even formed where this is going to go. It just means that the chances of hurricanes striking anywhere along the coastline are higher because you have more storms to contend with. Focusing on our forecast through the next 7 to 10 days, looks like we will see a round of showers and storms, probably a squall line towards daybreak tomorrow morning in southeast Texas. Could be some severe weather with this. Then behind that, a front will push through, and it looks like beautiful weather, delightful weather coming up Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday will start to warm things up, and it'll become more humid as a ridge of high pressure builds on in. We've included a 20% coverage for Memorial Day here in the Triangle, and then a 40% coverage of scattered showers and storms across southeast Texas as the sea breeze becomes active as we've gotten in that time of year. 1 to 3 inches of rainfall generally expected across southeast Texas. That seems reasonable. Could be some localized areas see more, and it depends on if we need training and the speed of the line. But I think this line is going to move pretty quickly. So 1 to 3 inches the way it looks at this point. Otherwise, watching storms up in the North Texas to the south and west of the Dallas-Fort Worth area near San Angelo. This is our line that is going to be basically organizing and headed our way. It looks like a squall line that'll be working its way into our area. There's this morning's disturbance moving through. Here comes that main trough of low pressure right on into our area coming up tomorrow morning, and that will drive that line right on through the area. Then this trough of low pressure will bring a cold front through coming up tomorrow night. After that, we get a northwest flow coming up on Thursday and Friday. That means delightful weather before a ridge of high pressure builds over our area. It also means quiet, warm, humid, well, actually hot and humid weather coming up this weekend for the Memorial Day weekend. So we fast forwarded towards the overnight period, and as you can see, a squall line after 3 a.m. in the lakes area, and then in the Triangle probably after 4 a.m. And again, some of these storms could be severe. It's not a guarantee, but if they do become severe, it would have mainly damaging winds from what we can tell. Then that pushes on off towards the east after about 8, 9 o'clock, and we're expecting just leftover rain to gradually wind down as we go into the late and early afternoon hours. Now, there is a chance that we stay in the 70s and then we see some redevelopment late in the day ahead of that cold front coming in tomorrow evening. Otherwise, marginal risk for the Triangle. That's the lowest risk on the scale, as you can see, for severe weather. And if it does materialize, it would be mainly an isolated severe risk, maybe one storm that goes severe, and that would mean damaging winds. The lakes area, more of a scattering of severe thunderstorms up that way. And again, wind damage looks like the main threat if storms become severe. On the Gulf of Mexico, choppy to rough seas tomorrow, around 3 to 6 feet in your coastal marine forecast, hence the small craft advisory. We'll see south winds at 15 to 25 knots. Water temperature is at 80 degrees. A high tide tomorrow afternoon at 12:51 p.m. Our forecast tonight, going with 100% coverage of showers and storms, mainly after about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Lows will be in the mid-60s, lakes closer to 72 here in the Triangle. And again, 100% coverage mainly during the morning hours with cloudy skies. We may not get out of the 70s. If we get some peaks of sun, then I'll blow the forecast and we'll see temperatures rising into the lower 80s. Otherwise, for Wednesday, 100% coverage, mainly morning, then delightful weather coming up Thursday and Friday. We could see some lows in the 50s coming up in the lakes area for lows. Highs mid to upper 80s. That means low humidity also with abundant sunshine. Then that ridge of high pressure begins building in over the weekend, and that will allow us to see highs climbing to around 90 degrees, and it also means that humidity levels will be on the increase as we go back to near 70 for low temperatures. And then Memorial Day, I'm not expecting rain at this point for the lakes area, maybe a 20% coverage of afternoon showers and storms here in the Triangle. Then the sea breeze becomes active. We're getting to that time of year till we see showers and storms coming up each afternoon and evening off the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll go with a 30 to 40% coverage Tuesday, and that'll be the case coming up Wednesday and Thursday. So sea breeze activity means that we will see almost daily scattered showers and storms for the foreseeable future. We'll see unless high pressure builds on in. Otherwise, high temperatures climb higher into the lower 90s as we work into the middle of next week. Download our app. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, there's more weather at 12newsnow.com.